I'm here at McDowell High School in Marion to learn about the state's first youth apprenticeship program in early childhood.
We have seen over the past, decade that staffing in early childhood is dwindling. There's not as many students that are taking those classes. We're having a harder time finding employees. And so we realized, back in 2017 and beyond, that we needed to start earlier. The ladies that come out of this program are so much more prepared. They've had the opportunity to be in the classroom and work with the students and see the daily routines. They've had the opportunity to see how hard and how difficult this career can be. It's challenging. When we have someone that comes in that's not had that opportunity to work in the classroom before, sometimes they're surprised at how demanding it is. But the students have had that opportunity to see it and experience it and make the decision on their own that this is what they want to do.
So when the pre-apprenticeship came along, I have created pre-apprenticeships in other areas, and I've seen students be very successful in those areas. And so it was a no-brainer to make this internship turn it into a formal pre-apprenticeship agreement. So the students can continue working and grow in those skills, but their tuition is paid for, and that is huge for students.
If you do it the right way here in North Carolina, if you work collaboratively between the school system and the community college system and with all of our partners, we can take advantage of the statewide model and apprenticeship NC and everything that it has to offer. It's just an exciting model, and I think it's one that's going to continue to expand.
That's so nice not have to worry about that. But you can do the classes, you can take care of the kids, and not have the constant, well, how am I going to pay for that? Because that's very scary, and that's the reason I wasn't sure if I wanted to go to college, because I didn't want to have to put that burden on my parents or myself. So them taking that burden and just being able to focus on working in school is very nice.
We need well-educated staff members in those classrooms. So when these students come in with the education already, it's important to them, it's important to our program, but it's really the children that benefit from that.
So for us, it's super critical that our youngest apprentices to our older apprentices have those moments of real life application and being able to take that content and make it come alive.
We go about 3 days a week, and we're normally there from 8 to 11, and so it's basically 3 hours a day. Yes, it is important because when you're doing your bookwork and stuff, you're not really getting the chance to apply it. But then on days that you do go to the daycare, it helps because you know what to apply and what to not. Most classes, they're just they talk about what people could do and just give you work on it. But getting to go places and have that experience, it could help you make up your mind.
Once they complete right now Early Childhood 1 and Early Childhood 2 and receive a certain grade on their exam, and in the class, they then could receive their credentials. And their credentials then leads them into a job as, a teacher in early childhood.
Yesterday we had the first formal pre-apprenticeship signing. So it was amazing to see those students and their parents there, everyone excited.
I've always been interested in the apprentice model and the internship model. Well, I think, it means a lot of different things. Number one, I think it shows an added value on their part as they move forward toward a career, whether that's to continue to work in early childhood or to, leap into a 4-year degree, maybe in education, teaching BK, pre-K, kindergarten, which we're always trying to grow our own. And that's really an initiative that we're part of now, is just how do we grow our own? So we want to help educate them as much and give them as much information on the front end. And to me, the internship and pre-apprenticeship model is just another step on that journey for them.
This is something that's totally different. It's something that I think is a model and a place that we're going as a organization, really, as a comprehensive way and collaborative way that we can change how we address talent shortages. When we collaborate for programs like this here at the community college, what we have to do is make sure that we have articulation agreements with the four-year universities, that when students come up through a pre-apprenticeship into a youth apprenticeship and an apprenticeship, earn that degree, we have to make sure that we have those seamless pathways into senior institutions. So I think that's something that it just makes sense for us.
Once I graduate and turn 18, I can get a job at the daycare. I'm going to work there as I go for my 2-year degree to be a teacher too.
We are now closing classrooms permanently, closing childcare facilities permanently, because we cannot find highly trained, highly educated men and women who are willing to work in the early childhood field. I always tell people, especially teachers and high school students who are really thinking about coming into our field, is that it starts with us. And, from our infant room to our 4-year-old room to NC pre-K room, is we really truly paint the foundation for a child's academic success for the rest of their life. To really think about it from a perspective of we are the first people that touch those children's lives and the first experiences of their academic success, their social emotional, their mental health. We have a lot riding on the fact that we have to continue to figure out ways to really educate the folks coming into those classrooms.
You have to have a passion for the kids. You have to be able to sit and be patient with them and understand what they're thinking and how they learn, so you can learn to accommodate to them, because they're just these little beings and they don't know the world yet. So we have to be there to give them the resources to learn the world. This is something I'm passionate about, and it's paid for. Like, I'm getting this, I'm getting what I need to help make a change in the world.
What a wonderful model. Back to you in the studio.
What a great segment and a fantastic model to scale.